In case you weren't aware, January is Thyroid Awareness Month, so let's talk about it with top 5 tips to improve your thyroid health. Hypothyroidism is extremely prevalent nowadays, affecting up to 10% of women. Maybe you have it, or maybe you have a hunch that something's off with that little butterfly-shaped gland that sits right about here. What are the symptoms? Low energy, fatigue, brain fog, dry skin, brittle hair and nails, cold body temperature, constipation, the list goes on. If you have 3 or more of those symptoms, it would be wise for you to ask your doctor to run a full thyroid panel. I'm emphasizing the word full because the standard practice is just to run TSH and T4, which is unfortunate because if we had more data, we could formulate a plan that suits you best. For example, let's say your T4 comes back normal, but your T3 is low. T4 is the inactive thyroid hormone, and T3 is the most active form of the thyroid hormone. In this case, so tip number 2, increase your consumption of things that are known to increase the body's endogenous conversion of T4 to T3. 2 of the hard hitters here would be zinc and selenium. Selenium can be found in Brazil nuts, eggs, and also in seafood. Zinc is most prevalent in meat such as chicken and red meat, and also in nuts and seeds. Let's talk about tip number 3. Let's say your thyroid autoantibodies come back elevated. On your labs, that would show as something like TPO-AB or TGAB, thyroglobulin antibodies. In this case, that may indicate that you have an autoimmune thyroid condition. Your body is producing antibodies that are attacking the thyroid. So what we want to do here is focus on efforts that have been shown to decrease your thyroid autoantibody production. So in large-scale trials, vitamin D and iron have been shown to do just that. Very significantly. Vitamin D, as a matter of fact, can have very powerful influences on the immune system in a very favorable way, not to mention all the other tons of benefits that vitamin D has, such as for your mood, etc., and the bone health, right? But iron is also very important to make sure you have adequate amounts of that. Females, especially in the reproductive years, during the menstrual cycle, you lose iron, we are at a greater risk of iron deficiency. So getting those levels tested can be done easily. Talk about that with your doctor. Tip number 4, there was a really cool randomized control trial study done recently that looked what would happen if people with Hashimoto's, which is the autoimmune condition of hypothyroidism, followed an autoimmune paleo protocol. And what they found was that it statistically significantly improved the quality of life of those that did follow it. They felt way better at the end of the study. Not to mention their levels of CRP decreased. CRP is a marker of inflammation in the body, and their white blood cell count improved. This indicates that there were not only improvements in inflammatory markers, but also improvements in immune system functioning. And tip number 5, be kind to your liver and to your gut. The reason I'm talking about liver and gut in a thyroid video is because everything is connected. Your T4 is converted to T3 in the liver and gut, primarily in the liver. So if you do things like increase your dark leafy green vegetable consumption or your veggies in general, you'll give your body more nutrients that support liver health, including things like bone broth can improve gut health. If you want more information and more specifics, check out this article on thyroid health.